working on my side dishes with my meatloaf. So I will be pairing the meatloaf with mashed potatoes. I have already peeled and soaked my potatoes. I like to take my potatoes and cut them into squares. 2 reasons. It helps the potatoes to cook quicker. You can do the same thing for potato salad. Soak your potatoes overnight. As I gave the extra tip for special diets, by soaking overnight, you're pulling out the phosphorus, you're pulling out the potassium. And those that enjoy and love potatoes as much as I do, you can enjoy them and you don't have to worry about being irritated with the phosphorus levels, because you will know if you are a renal patient, if you are diabetic, you will know when your phosphorus is too high, because it will give the side effects of your skin itching to the point to where you just can't take it anymore. So, quick tip, soak overnight, pour that water off. Cut them in squares. It helps them to boil and cook faster. So I'll let them fill with water. I always pour the first rinse off, maybe the second or the third. What I'm looking for is for my water to come back clear. I want clear water. I can eyeball and go back over as they are rinsing. And the little spots that I don't like to see, I take it off. But again, those are fresh potatoes for homemade mashed potatoes. Real simple, real easy to do. Don't use those packaged potatoes. They are so full of chemicals and preservatives and dyes, when you can use an Idaho potato picked straight from the ground, washed off, into your pot, onto the stove, and on the table for your family's dinner. That water is clear. Potatoes do not come seasoned. Since my water is clear, I will be adding that's it. No, that's not it. I also will be adding some fresh garlic. Homemade mashed potatoes. From the garden to the sink to the pot and onto the stove. From the garden to the sink, to the pot, to the stove. I am going to boil these on a 4. What you can also do is go ahead on and add your butter into your potatoes while they're cooking. And that will only give it the flavor into the potatoes. So I will be taking 1 stick of butter for the amount of potatoes that I have, which is this amount. And that was, I want to say, maybe 8 to 10 small russet potatoes. So for that amount of potatoes that I have, I'll let you see into this pot. For this amount of potatoes that I have, I will be adding a 1/2 stick of butter. That is the garlic. And those will be homemade fresh mashed potatoes. Homemade fresh garlic butter whipped potatoes. That will be paired with the meatloaf. Those will be done in, want to say, about 15 minutes. Because remember, when we're cutting them in small quarters, squares, they cook much faster. Okay? So now I'm getting ready to go ahead on and work on my corn. Be back.